cultural vacuum we're all feeling right now, and to promote a sense of community during this time of isolation, all while aiming to support affected artists and art organizations. Since the beginning of this pandemic, AHAP has raised over 4,000 artists for artists and art organizations. For this production, we are donating a portion of money raised to Jack, which is a Brooklyn organization in Brooklyn that centers the voices of young Black artists and artists of color. We're eager to amplify the work of artists, the work these artists have created. In the meantime, we have partnered with the mutual aid group We Keep Us Safe Abolitionist Network to transform our space into a hub for the distribution of food for our neighborhood. Every week, 200 individuals and families in the area receive food assistance as part of this effort. Please feel free to comment if you are on our website in the teal section below, or if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can comment. There's a comment section is there. And if you like what you guys see, please, please, please remember to donate. You can do that by buying a ticket on our Eventbrite, or you can donate on our PayPal on our website, which is right below the stream, or on YouTube and Facebook. That's our PayPal is in the comment section as well. We are really excited to show you guys these monologues tonight. They're written by some incredible artists. They're dealing with stuff that I think we're all dealing with a lot of new stuff this year. It's been a lot of new experiences for a lot of us. I think some of us have, it's been a trying experience. We've had to let some of our muscles, our social skill muscles, atrophy a little bit. We haven't been able to flex our in-person social skills as much. But I think we're going to come out of this with a whole new set of phone skill muscles. I don't think that any of us really thought it was going to come back in a big way, but it has. So going in that spirit, let's go into our first monologue of the evening. It is entitled "Hello, This Is." It's about a telefundraiser for a theater company trying to get a donation for the holidays. The customer on the other line makes them feel quite lonely. This monologue is written by Mike Points and is performed by Kimberly Friedman. You guys enjoy.
Hello?
Hey, Christopher?
Hello?
Hello, Christopher, can you hear me?
Oh, hey.
Hey, Christopher, this is Jordan calling with the Westfield Theater. We're just calling some of our patrons before Thanksgiving to see how you're holding up. How you doing? Not much of a talker. That's okay, I'll be quick. In short, the world's ending and everybody's panicking. We've been stuck inside, terrified and worried about if we'll live long enough to see the next coming days. But most importantly, we've been missing the theater. From your history with us, we thought you might be missing it too. We want to continue doing our work in the future.
Can you speak a little louder for me?
Of course, Chris. We want to continue to do our work, but right now we're not so sure that's possible. This Thanksgiving, we're giving away front row seats to all of our next season shows for people joining the patron program. Could we count on you to donate $600 to help out the arts in this time of need? Hello? Christopher, I know this is the last call you want to have on your weekend. I don't want to be doing these calls if I'm being completely honest. I have to go back home for Thanksgiving next week, and this is the last thing on my mind. My dad is in the hospital recovering from COVID. My mom is heartbroken because she thinks she gave it to him. He's a diabetic, so... Anyway, whenever she goes out food shopping, she has this concern in the back of her head. Is this the trip that's going to kill me? We're all thinking that, right? The last thing people are thinking about is a theater subscription. Now, during a pandemic, you're asking me to subscribe to your season. Are you kidding me? Then I say, we're not calling to sell you a subscription. We're just checking in and seeing how our community is doing. Which is total bullshit. We just want your money. Some people call it right away. They go, I'm doing fine, and they hang up. And Christopher, can I call you Chris?
Yeah.
Some people like you, Chris, stay on the line and listen. And it gives me so much hope because we're missing this. This is exactly what we're missing. Talking with strangers. Not even necessarily talking with them, just interacting. even if it's over a phone, even if it's with a telephone raiser for a theater company in the middle of Cincinnati. I'm not going to have my dad at my Thanksgiving table. It's scary. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I haven't seen other people for a while. I don't know if I have people skills anymore. This is the only real interaction I have with anybody outside of my apartment. Isn't that so sad? When am I going to get the old me back? Or is that person gone forever? I don't mean to get all down.
Yeah.
Is this a pre-recorded line?
Can you speak a little louder? Okay. Hello?
Hey, Peg. This is Jordan with the Westfield Theater in Cincinnati.
Don't call here again.
Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry, I think we got cut off there at the beginning, but this is live theater and things happen. I think that last monologue really showed some of the limitations of talking to folks over the phone, but our next monologue is going to deal with something, adding a new element to talking over the phone, which is being on Zoom. I think that is something that's going to really stick with us the next couple of years. People really are dressing for how they're going to be seen on Zoom, which is really just from, the neck, shoulders. Think necklaces, big flashy necklaces are going to be a big thing. Hats are going to make a big comeback in that respect. But moving on to our next monologue is going to be is entitled "Everybody Fucks Everybody Eventually." Where's the best place to break the news? Over Zoom, of course. The following monologue is loosely based on a true story. It is performed by Lauren Layfield and was written by Hannah Meyer. You guys enjoy.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Great. Well, honestly, it's taken me months of meditation to get to this place, but I just want to say that I am very grateful for you two and our friendship. I mean, not that you guys asked for my blessing or anything, but I'm grateful. As someone once said, everyone fucks everyone eventually, right? That was a joke, by the way. But seriously, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fucking thriving here. Oh, I love you too. I know. Once the vaccine hits, we have to go back to Amsterdam, take some mushrooms, and realign our third chakra together. Okay, Josh, what are you most grateful for? Oh, that is very sweet. Wait, what? What? Tell me. Come on, I'll be fine. You're pregnant? You mean Katie's pregnant and you'll be stress eating throughout her pregnancy. Oh, well, Mazel Tov. How far along are you? Wow. Wow, well, great. Fantastic. Yay! Yay for procreation. Yes, Josh, I'm drinking again. Oh, so you care about my well-being now. Great. Wait, what? I think you're glitching out. Hello? Okay. Oh. Fuck me! Sarah, I love you, but I am not ready to be the life partner and co-parent that you need. I need to do some spiritual work before I... Oh, but what's this I see before me? A better field to sow my seed in? Oh, of course we can still be friends. Everything's fine. um...
Ah, yes, the classic thumb over the camera. It is one of their best tricks now in the Zoom age, being that we have in our disposal right now, or the classic. And you've been paused for nobody can tell if you're really paused or if the internet's bad. It's always going to be a great excuse. But thank you guys so much for tuning in as well. Just please remember, if you like what you're watching, please make sure to donate to us. You can buy a ticket on Eventbrite or on our PayPal. Check that out on our website. But going into our next monologue, this is a monologue that deals with a lot of the past, and I think a lot of struggles that I think can kind of honestly put into context a lot of what we're going through right now. Our next monologue, written by Robert Summer Bergen, Berger, is entitled Lemel Writes to Julia. It's performed by Adira Rosen, and it is a Jewish look at the history of Thanksgiving with all of its exclusion and elation. You guys enjoy.
Hey everyone! So for my monologue, I thought I would read a letter that my great-grandfather wrote to my great-grandmother on Thanksgiving in 1912. So for context, my great-grandpa Lemel immigrated to the United States in 1909 from Lithuania. And he came through Ellis Island and moved around a little bit before settling in Boulder, Colorado. And his wife, Julia, she came 3 years later. So she actually arrived the week before Thanksgiving. So she spent her first Thanksgiving with some distant cousins in Massachusetts before moving out to meet Lemel in Colorado. So, yeah, here we go. It starts. Dear Julia, I write to you immediately after receiving the telegram from cousin Shimshon that you are safe and sound in Massachusetts. I have no doubt that your journey to the United States was a difficult one. If my trip is anything to go off of, the food was subpar and the water was unfriendly. Baruch Hashem, then, what a blessing that you have finally made it to her shores, and noch besser with such excellent timing as to arrive during one of her greatest festivals, Thanksgiving. Once more, if my journey at all mirrors yours, I am certain the process of acquainting yourself with American customs will be a slow one. Nonetheless, Thanksgiving will be a wonderful introduction to American rites. The origin of the holiday lies with the legendary first pilgrims to this land, who broke bread with the natives as a sign of goodwill. At the furniture store, I work with a Ute man, a member of such a native tribe, Joseph, who assures me that this legend is just that, a legend, spurious at best. He talks to me about violence and exclusion, how the native people of this country have been so horribly mistreated as to render the legend of Thanksgiving a meaningless thing. And when Joseph talks about such things, I can feel his pain. Remember, Julia, that it was not 50 years ago that a group of 7 rabbis tried and failed to secure the legal right for Jews to celebrate Thanksgiving. It would seem the very foundation of this holiday is built on leaving certain people out. So just to clarify, what great-grandpa Lemel is referring to there is in 1868, the state of Pennsylvania signed Thanksgiving into law, but they worded the law in such a way so that only Christian people could be expected to take the day off. So this group of 7 rabbis came together and basically demanded that the governor reword the order, but they were basically completely ignored. So, like, especially at that time, Jewish people found a lot of solidarity with other minority people in the United States who felt like Thanksgiving wasn't for them. So, anyway, back to the letter. Lionel writes, however, even given the ugliness in the history of Thanksgiving, I cannot help but love the ruach of gratefulness. And in a time when so much is new, I believe there is no better work than stopping to acknowledge what we have. Truly, what better way to honor the plight of those less fortunate than us than to remind ourselves of our privileges? In that spirit, Julia, I want to write to you to say, I am thankful for your arrival and health. I am thankful for the family you and I shall soon have. I am thankful for the home we shall soon share. And I am thankful for the ability to give thanks. I love you. Hearts, Juliano. Happy Thanksgiving and welcome. I eagerly await seeing you soon. Liebe, Lionel.
Wow, guys, that was really amazing. Like I said, it put some things into a lot of perspective. I think, as bad as it is now, I mean, it's hard enough to imagine what this pandemic would have been like 20 years ago if we were just all using dial-up. Now imagine if you had to, travel 2 months over the mountains to get a letter to your aunt in Cleveland. We have to take our blessings where we can get them, especially this year. But moving on to our next monologue. This is entitled SOS Spring Booze. In it, Samantha really does not want her family to go be with her family on Thanksgiving, and she's asking her best friend Chris to come and rescue her. This monologue is written by Nikki Hadzidis and is going to be performed by Beth Hawks. You guys enjoy.
Oh, thank fuck. Thanks so much for answering your phone. Damn it. Chris, today, of all days, you don't have it surgically attached to your hand? I saw your Instagram story, you lying fuck. Listen, who are you with? Sounds like you're having fun. Are you having fun? How dare you? No, just shut up. No, this is important. Shh. Okay, you have to come get me. No, it is. I'm not overstating things. It's life or death. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because I'm definitely going to kill my family or myself if you don't come get me in 30 minutes or less. I really need... Are you laughing at me? I hate people from happy homes. No, I can't just talk to them. They definitely are that bad. No, my uncle isn't a supporter of his anymore, but he does agree with everything Kirstie Alley says. That is absolutely way worse. And my sister forgot to tell her mother she's vegan. Again. And they keep asking me questions. Who are you talking to? Hello? Can you take a pause from all that merriment at your loving household and listen to someone who is desperately sober? Oh, and they keep wanting to know why I didn't bring you. Because we're engaged. Don't worry about it. I thought you could do this one little thing for me since I pretended to be your girlfriend every time a philosophy major hit on you. You're welcome. No, we wouldn't actually have to get married. Everyone is engaged right now. Until I meet someone real, they'll be off my back, and then I'll break the engagement and run off with someone hot. Just imagine the scandal. It'll be awesome. So, when can you be here? No, I'm not hiding. No, because you'll laugh at me again, and this is already humiliating. Of course not. That's the first place to look. I'm under my parents' bed. I hate you. Oh, what a novel idea. I would love to be passed out drunk on the couch right now, Chris, but guess who was in charge of ordering the alcohol? That's right. 3 bottles of wine for 8 grown-ass adults. Why would anybody put a dentist in charge of anything fun? As if 3 bottles is enough to forget that you have to spend the whole day with your family. This isn't high school. I told my mother to let me bring something, and she assigned me napkins. I can cook. Well, I can mash potatoes. Okay, maybe I like them the texture of soup. I would love to buy more alcohol. You're a genius today, Chris, but they live in a Puritan state, and there's a solid no-go on booze sales on holidays. And the liquor store wouldn't take my bribe. I tried. I did not offer him sex at first. Stop laughing. Christopher! Wait, shh. Shut up. Okay, that was close. Oh, hey, do you think it would hurt their feelings if I called the police and said they were keeping me hostage? Ugh, you're no help whatsoever. Why are we even friends? Okay. But if you leave now and hit like 90 on the highway, you'd be here just after appetizers. Then all you have to do is drive around the neighborhood 3 times, beep twice on the 3rd round. Then you drive around 4 more times and beep twice. Then I'll climb out of the basement window and meet you in Cumberland Farms half a mile down and slow down so I can hop in the back. Do you have a tarp I can hide under? Hello? You did not just hang up on me? I am not being ridiculous. You owe me. I hoped you'd fake your own death so you wouldn't have to go on a second date with that chick that talked to her plants. Yeah, I just went there. God, look, I don't believe in you, and I mock those that do. But if you get me out of this, I vow not to masturbate to Animal Planet more than once a week. Because I can't tell them I'm living with you because I lost my job in my apartment and I can't even afford the train out here. Because I will not be able to take the look on my dad's face when I tell him I'm not who he thought I was. See my mom realize that I failed at being okay. And see my sister's smug face that her life isn't as screwed as mine is. I mean, she can't even have cheese. Thank you. Oh, and Chris, bring booze.
I think that last monologue really brings up a point that I think we're going to have to deal with in the new once we go back to the real world. Is that it's going to be tough for bars to really compete with just the appeal of drinking at home. I think we've all kind of had a love affair with drinking at home this past couple months. So I think that bars are going to really have to try and make it as close to homes as possible. Just a nice warm bed at every booth. I think that's going to be the way things are going to go. But moving on to our next monologue. Oh, and before we do, just want to remind you guys, if you can, please donate. You can buy a ticket, pay whatever you'd like at our Eventbrite, or go to our PayPal on our website. But like I said, moving on to our next monologue, we have a two-part monologue. Is entitled "The O'Donnells Can't Do Thanksgiving." Part 1, entitled "Geranium," was written and performed by Susan Jane McDonald. And then it's going to be followed by Part 2, Jennifer, written and performed by Marianne Goodell. You guys enjoy.
Jim, do you think I should pack this red top, or will Jen say I'm making a political statement? Don't look at me like that. I know what you're going to say. Every time we visit my sister, I'm a wreck. She's so self-righteous. She riles me up. How could you have voted for that man when Daddy risked his life organizing unions that made a real difference in people's lives? He's turning over in his grave. Well, I run a business with over 500 employees, so I am literally putting food on people's tables. What has she done? I mean, bake cookies, carpool her kids to swim meets? Don't you think I would have loved having kids? But with my schedule, it would have been selfish. It's so easy to be an armchair critic, isn't it? Oh my God. Am I supposed to feel bad about my success? That's the problem with the liberals, their guilt. They talk about climate change and social injustice while they sit around sipping on expensive French champagne and nibbling on their locally sourced foie gras. I mean, Jen is on all those charity boards. Well, did you know they have 4-hour lunches at La Bernardin discussing how they can better the lives of people living in tenements 1 mile north? I just do. Yeah. And all the time that Juanita's been with us, I put her kids through college and I set her up with a generous retirement fund. Oh, God. I mean, I don't wear my largesse on my sleeve like Jennifer and Brad. Imagine. He lectures me on how to invest my money. Oh, and he talks to me like I'm a toddler. Ugh, I have a fucking PhD from Harvard, and I run a Forbes top 500 company. I think I know a thing or two about making money. It's ironic, isn't it, that they detest the guy in the White House? Because Brad is a lot like him. He's like all those other assholes I worked with who couldn't bear a woman who's smarter and better at the job. Oh, and he manipulates my sister into thinking that she's doing good for the world by staying home and caring for her family. Bullshit. He couldn't handle a woman that has a career. Oh, God. She is just so much smarter than him and more organized and has far better interpersonal skills. He's just a piece of poop. Yes, I said poop. I didn't vote for the man. I voted for the platform. I didn't work my ass off so that, the socialists would take over the country, raise my taxes to support lazy people who sit on their asses all day long watching mind-numbing game shows. I need to take a deep breath. I just don't know why my parents named me Geranium. I mean, yeah, I was conceived in a hippie commune and delivered in a fucking shared bathtub. But they named me after a goddamn flower. And I hate gardening. Messy and too many bugs. They should have named me Jennifer. Now I'm stuck with Jerry because I'm ashamed of my real name. Jen was Dad's golden child. The genius who would become a civil rights lawyer and fulfill his vision of a country that's colorblind, multilingual, and one big love fest. Nothing I ever did got his approval. Or Mom's. She was too busy saving the planet and drinking martinis from dusk to dawn. I was always odd man out, the loner. But that's okay, because I can handle it. My darling sister, with her self-righteousness and misguided devotion to her family, is too vulnerable. She fell apart when Daddy died. It's as if all her dreams were buried with him. You know what? I'm going to cater Thanksgiving. Yes, I don't cook, and I don't want my sister exhausting herself. And we're going to blast our favorite Motown hits. Oh, we can pretend we're the Supremes like we did when we were kids. Or is that politically incorrect? Oh, fuck it. We're going to dance our asses off. You know what? I'm going to text her now. Oh, wait. Jim, should I bring this to Jim?
What the fuck are you doing? Leave the dishes in the box. I'm sorry, honey. Thank you for bringing the box up. Can you help me polish the silver? I always forget what a pain in the ass it is. I love having real silver on the table. Jesus. I mean, I really do it for Jer. I guess I feel guilty about getting our parents' house and all the beautiful things we grew up with. The least I can do is host her for the holidays. This year, oh my God, they are going to be unbearable. I bet they believe all that bullshit about voter fraud. I mean, I don't understand how anyone can buy the garbage that comes out of that man's mouth. Jer has a PhD, for God's sakes. She's smart. She's a woman, the daughter of immigrant parents. Has she completely forgotten where she came from? I bet Dad is rolling over in his grave. Oh, don't give me that look. I need this right now. The other day, there was a psychologist on NPR talking about how we can talk to relatives who have different politics, ways to avoid a big argument or using I statements, blah, blah, blah. Like that's going to work on my sister. I mean, Geranium has always been tough as nails. She had to be with a name like that. I remember when I was in 4th grade, she was in 6th, and she heard about some girls who made fun of me because of my lunch from home and my secondhand clothes. And she marched up to them on the playground and told them to take their lunch money and fancy clothes and shove it up their asses. That was awesome. Geranium. How ironic that an environmentalist and labor union leader named their daughter after positivity, when it turns out she's really like a devil's horn. The cactus with the sort of fiery red spindles. I don't get it. I blame Jim. Before she met him, she was independent, compassionate. But now she's all like Jim this and Jim that. She just sent me Jim's grocery list. Can you believe that? Yeah, I know. They're very generous. I'm sure they will treat us to several dinners at Il Molino, but that is small compensation for having to listen to Fox News every day for a month. I wonder if he still watches Fox now that they're dumping Trump. Jer and I used to do this with my mom. We would make silly faces in our shiny spoons. And then we'd make up a little tune. I would tap mine against a wine glass, and Jer would tap the table, and Mom would sing into her spoon, like make up the Ode to the Turkey with me and Jer on backup vocals. Do-wop da do, do-wop, do-wop da do, do-wop. Mom always made things fun. I don't make things fun like she did. I wish she was here because things are pretty unfun these days. Oh, shit. Another text from Jer. I'm sure it's another grocery item for dear old Jim. Oh my God. She sent me a little meme of 3 dancing turkeys in aprons. She said, I can't wait to dance with you, little one. Me too. Me too.
I think there's all. I think we all have a family member we'd love to be able to maybe put on mute for a little bit during, just in general. But I think there's also a really important thing we have to remember is that, family is family, and especially during as crazy a time as it is now, I think we're our family may push each other's buttons, especially if we're cramped in with each other. But at the same days, I think it's also a really great exercise, and what keeps us together, and why we need family. But I did want to read off a few of the comments for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching on the comments section. Jason had this comment. He says, very relatable. Love the martini prop. We also had a comment from Kara. Says, loves these original monologues. Thank you guys so much for the engagement. These metrics really, really, really are important. We really appreciate it. Also, just want to let you guys know, if you have friends who wanted to watch tonight but weren't free right now, you can still watch this. It's going to be up on our YouTube channel. You can continue to donate anytime throughout the week to help Jack and directly support the artists involved with tonight's show. But going on to our final monologue of the evening, we have a really, really wonderful piece. And we have a really wonderful piece, and it is going to be entitled Savoring the Sweetest Moments. It is written by Emma Kowalchuk and is performed by Tina Throckmorton. It's about a mother striving to make the perfect Thanksgiving dinner for her parents and children. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it.
Oh, good, you're ready. Is your sister coming downstairs? Grandma and Poppy are getting here at 3:30. Oh, wow, it's already 3:35, but, well, they're late. I hope Poppy remembered all of Grandma's medications. She's not supposed to eat anything with salt. Well, I'll call them as soon as this is all done. Okay. Shit, the green beans. I know I said I was going to keep it simple, but it's Grandma's favorite holiday. I can't skimp on any of the classic dishes. Well, luckily it's a small group this year, so piece of cake. I only did the stuffing, cranberry sauce, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, soup, biscuits, the gravy. Now just the green beans. Oh, and the turkey is almost done. All right. Is that what you're wearing? Put on the necklace Grandma gave you for graduation. That'd make her so happy. When she sees you wearing it, we can show her pictures in your cap and gown to help her remember. Thank God Aunt Sharon is picking up the dessert. I will do all the cooking if it keeps things simple for Poppy. He's got to drive down here and get Grandma all settled in, and it's enough for him to deal with. That reminds me, did you put the place cards out on the table? Grandma should sit between me and Poppy. She might get lost if everyone's talking all at once. And, well, plus she likes to sit across the table from you girls so she can look at you. I'm glad they're making the trip this year. Yesterday they weren't sure they'd be able to, but Grandma said she was feeling better this morning. I told Poppy, don't worry too much about the logistics, just get here. She used to get so antsy, on the drive, but now she just looks out the window every 5 minutes and she says, where are we going again? And Poppy says, we're going to Ellen's house. And Grandma says, oh, yes, right. Okay, so after dinner, I need you to set up a FaceTime call with all the cousins. I wish they were coming this year, but, well, small group is going to be easier for Grandma to handle anyways. And that reminds me, if Aunt Sharon says anything about politics, I do not want to hear a peep from you or your sister. The second you all go into it, Grandma's blood pressure is just going to go through the roof. Oh, shit, the pecan pie. Did you forget to pick it up at Ferber's? Oh my God, this is a disaster. I asked you 3 times this morning if you were going to get it. Pecan pie is Grandma's favorite dessert. It's practically the reason her and Poppy are driving down here. I cannot believe this. Her favorite part of the whole day is ruined. Why didn't you get it when I asked you to? I have been working here all day. This is the one thing I needed you to remember. Oh, clearly I shouldn't have left it up to you. Sorry. I didn't mean that. I know I get all riled up about this. It's just that the older I get, the more intense this day is for me. I just want her to enjoy herself, even if she doesn't remember it tomorrow. Remember when you were little and Grandma used to host? You and your sister and the cousins running around the house and the adults sitting around the living room chatting. And meanwhile, Grandma plugged away in the kitchen doing 10 things at once. I never understood the stress of the holidays, but, well, look at me now. Running around the kitchen, talking about the old days. In a few years, you'll be the one hosting, and I'll pinch your kids' cheeks and say, oh, you look just like your mother did when she was your age. Don't worry, I know it'll be a while. Well, you know, I always heard that time flies, but as I get older, each year just goes faster and faster. Remember when you were a kid and you used to count down the days between Thanksgiving and Christmas? You always said it felt like an eternity. I remember when I felt that way too. I don't know how or when, but at some point time it does not move that way anymore. Suddenly you're busy running to get gifts and making travel plans and hosting family gatherings and every holiday becomes more important than the last one. You just don't know how many you're going to have left with everyone. I appreciate you helping me get ready. It's nice that we can do it together. Well, Grandma and Poppy should be here any minute, but maybe after the green beans, we can make the pumpkin and pecan pie ourselves. It's quick and easy, I promise. We can keep it simple.
Oh man, guys, that was so great, and I think there's been a lot of emotions tonight with these monologues, but I think a big one, especially the last one, is hunger, and I think we're all going to really think after a very stressful year, I think we're all going to really enjoy a really good Thanksgiving meal. But thank you guys again so much for tuning in this evening. Just wanted to read out a few more comments we have from you guys. Some of our Facebook comments. Evan wrote in, great monologues and amazing performances. Jeffrey had a great comment saying, talking about the previous two double monologues, saying amazing to explore politics. I've intervened into our family and the concept of Thanksgiving. Well done. We had a few more comments from our dashboard. Someone made a great comment. Alexa saying, honestly, to anybody who survived this year without drinking, more power to you. I certainly didn't. And Frank just had a really nice comment saying this is helping me get emotionally prepared for Thanksgiving. We really hope this helped. We could help you out there, Frank. Thank you guys so much again for watching this evening. Like I said, if you have anybody you knew who wanted to tune in tonight didn't have time, this is all going to be available forever on our YouTube channel. You can continue sending in donations for the rest of the week through our Eventbrite, buying a ticket. Those go to help Jack, which is again a Brooklyn-based organization that's trying to center the voices of Black artists and artists of color. And also, we are working with the mutual aid group Keep Us Safe, Safe Abolitionist Network, which is helping transform our theater space into a distribution center for food. It's helping over 120 individuals and families in the area receive food as part of this effort. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in this evening. We had really, really amazing performances. We're hope to bring you guys more this amazing entertainment soon and help us all in this really difficult time with some great live theater. Thank you guys and have a great Thanksgiving. Be safe out there, get tested, and have a great rest of your evening.